Over a series of screenings, 3 young adults will be competing for points. The cult films chosen will be some of the craziest, most challenging, and controversial films ever made. This is Surprise Movies.
I'm excited. I'm nervous, but I'm excited. It's been a while. I'm really ready to just get into it and see what we're gonna watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you feeling?
Well, it's the same as always, like we talked about last time. Like we always get a little bit anxious because we have no idea what's about to happen. And after last time,
You guys ready to see how many points you earned?
yes.
Yeah.
Everybody got points.
Hey.
Even Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth's phone didn't go off this time. So round of applause for Elizabeth. We'll start with Elizabeth. Elizabeth, you look alive. You get 1 point for having your movie chosen. You get 1 point for watching the whole thing. And you get 1 point for not looking away, which is something Ashley could manage. So
That's true. I'm not even
Congratulations.
gonna argue with that.
Ashley, you get 1 point for technically sitting in front of the screen the entire time High Tension was playing. You get 1 point for an accurate prediction. And you get 1 point for predicting the big twist.
Oh.
Adam. You get 1 point for watching all of High Tension. And you get 1 point for not looking away. So congratulations. Elizabeth, you got 3 points, and since your phone didn't go off this time, you're up to 10. Ashley, you got 3 points as well, which also puts you up to 10. And Adam underachieved at 2 points, which has him at 10, even though he had a clear opportunity to seize the lead. So, gonna watch another movie, give you all an extra point just for showing up.
Oh.
And there's one for you. One for Adam. One for Elizabeth.
Ah!
Now for the moment you guys have all been waiting for.
Oh my god. Come on, Adam.
But you get to choose first, and that's exciting.
Okay. House. 88 minutes, Japan, 1977.
Oh.
I think it's gonna be like Little House on the Prairie, except Japan.
Except 70s.
Except 70s Japan.
I think it's gonna be a slasher movie.
Oh, no way.
Another serial killer breaking into the house sort of thing. That's what I'm
Elizabeth, House, what'd you think?
I think it sounds very intriguing.
Good one. Since you contributed nothing there, I'm gonna let Ashley choose first.
Persona. 84 minutes, Sweden, 1966. Feels very psychological.
That one sounds evil.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like it'd be like a psychological horror. I don't
make a
think
joke.
I've ever watched a Swedish film. I have no idea what to expect from this. I have nothing to compare it to or base it off of.
What year was it?
1966.
I think
Both of
that's
them are really vague too, because they're just one word.
I think 66 is the oldest we've encountered so far.
Yeah.
All right, Elizabeth.
Requiem for a Dream. USA, 101 minutes, 2000.
I think there's gonna be a lot of hallucinations. Because if it's a dream, I feel like it'll be bouncing around.
I think it's gonna be
quite a
like
bit.
Inception.
This is the only one I've heard of, but I have no idea.
I've heard of that one too.
Yeah.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
I want to say that Persona will be the less scary because it's 1966. But I don't know. Sweden. I don't know what you're gonna give me.
I feel like they were, since it was 66 and it's like the oldest one that we've encountered, I feel like they were really doing something that's totally out there.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be, out of these three, the one that's the most like out there or like intense or
Yeah.
like that sort of thing. House feels like the safest choice to me.
Really?
Because, well, I feel like Requiem for a Dream, like, this, just the first word, Requiem, like, that doesn't sound safe to me.
Yeah, I don't know. The Japanese movies are pretty intense too.
I kind of am leaning towards House. It just sounds the most interesting. I haven't seen a Japanese movie before, so this would be cool. I mean, I haven't seen a Swedish movie either, but
I'm leaning towards Requiem for a Dream. I've heard people be like, it's an interesting movie, but I've never seen it before.
I feel like the only reason we've really heard of it is because it's like from like the
Yeah.
most recent, like
And
it's
it's
20 years
American.
ago, and it's American. But these other ones, I feel like
They're a lot more mysterious.
they're a little more
Yeah.
mysterious, and I honestly feel like I don't think that any of them are bad, but I think that like House or Persona could be better because they might be like that little bit edgier.
What's one word that sums up Persona?
Identity.
So I'll ask about House the same question. What's one word that sums up the movie?
Delightful.
who directed Requiem for a Dream?
Darren Aronofsky.
See, now I'm starting to get interested in House. I'm still curious about this one too, because Persona, like, you know, it does sound like it'd be about identity and stuff, but I want to know, like, maybe someone, like, steals someone else's identity? Like, I don't know. Credit card theft, the movie?
Identity
In
thing.
the 60s? No.
Yeah, in the 60s. Yeah, someone hacks into someone else's Facebook and makes a bunch of posts that gets them fired from their job. The fact that it's about identity is probably going to be like some sort of like existential thing, or like, I feel like identity is their way of being like, this is going to be something that's going to like really like screw with your head. So I want House. I want House.
You want House?
I think House.
Yeah, I want House. But this is like last time.
It's
No,
like-
what do you
it's like,
want?
Hey Ashley, you wanna go down that same rabbit hole we did last time? We strong-armed Ashley into an experience last time, and I'm willing to do it again.
You were right last time about a lot of things. So which do you think would be the better choice?
I feel like Requiem for a Dream would be the better choice, but you both are actually starting to convince me to watch House.
See, now you're starting to convince me to watch this one, and I'm convincing you to watch House.
Don't mind me. I'll just stay steadfast in my position.
You choose Elizabeth.
No, don't put this on me.
I'm gonna vote for House.
Me too.
House. House it is.
House it is. I'm so tense right now.
Oh my god.
It's just the credits.
You're already covering your eyes.
I'm sorry. I can't.
Why are you covering
This
your
is
eyes?
weird.
What is going on?
I've never seen anything like this before. Oh my gosh.
Nobody else but me.
Oh my god.
What? Wait.
マックにそっくり。
So bad. It's fat shaming.
さあ皆さんもどうぞ。
She's not
This
even fat.
実際と見たい。
is this house?
It doesn't even look lifted.
見るの？
It's cobwebs
さあ
everywhere.
シャンデリアちゃん、みんなお照らしておくれ。
I love how excited they all are.
The Haunted House.
Yeah, they're so hyped for this. She's still carrying the watermelon.
She's not even fat!
Oh, that's creepy.
I never want to eat watermelon again.
So, if I may say, delightful.
Very delightful.
Yeah.
We picked it, and then we were like, oh no, it's high tension all over again. We picked the wrong one. Oh no, this is it.
Yeah.
We're gonna die. This is gonna be the longest 88 minutes of my life.
Yeah. So, House is about a group of young Japanese schoolgirls. And they're really excited because it's summer vacation, so they had these plans to go somewhere, but then that fell through.
弱っちゃったよ妹のやつがねお産が急に早くなっちゃったの先生いやそこでだ今年の夏は民宿はやらなくなっちゃったごめん
The main schoolgirl decides to reach out to her aunt, who she hasn't really met before, but feels a connection with, and then the aunt replies to her.
いらっしゃいおしゃれちゃんおばちゃまはねあなたからのお手紙をそれは待ってたのよさあいらっしゃい
And so all the girls decide to spend the summer in this house of this mysterious creepy aunt.
Well, they don't know she's a creepy aunt.
Yeah, true.
They're like, yeah, they all just
Yeah.
sort of decide to go. How many girls are there? Is there
Seven? Seven, I think.
7. There's
She's very popular.
there's gorgeous, fantasy, prof, kung fu,
Mac.
melody, and sweet.
Part of the reason she goes also, besides the fact that the other girls' plans get cancelled, is so she is supposed to go on vacation with her father, and then her father's just come back from like a work trip, and then she finds out that he's gotten married, and he's like, "This is your new mother," and she's like, "What? No, I'm not going
You're not my
with
real
you."
mom.
もうママが死んでそろそろ8年になるよ私たちだって幸せを取り戻してもいい頃なんじゃないかな
私絶対軽井沢なんか行かないから
おい待ちなさい
I think that's kind of where she develops this like yearning to see her aunt because she's looking through these old pictures of her mom and she misses her mom, and I think she's hoping to, you know, find some answers, and
then the cat shows up.
the cat shows up.
かわいいお前どこの子
It's like this fluffy white cat with these, sometimes the eyes like get all evil and
Like you
Very
can tell it's a bad omen.
So they all get to the house, and it's creepy and old and weird, and the aunt's in like a wheelchair, and the cat like is kind of constantly running ahead of them.
Yeah.
Like the cat already knows where they're gonna be, and they find the cat there.
シロいらっしゃいおばちゃま
Very 70s, like it felt very Xanadu, like I was waiting for Olivia Newton-John to pop up. So many of the 70s special effects, like that dreamlike kind of hazy thing going on, where it felt like you were watching a music video the whole time. And music was a really big part of the movie too. Like one of the girls played the piano.
あ メロディーが弾いてる。あ、おばちゃまのピアノ。
So yeah, the girls start getting like, of course it's horror, they start getting picked off one by one.
Mm-hmm.
And they all get picked off in ways that are like very unique to them.
Yeah.
Like Mac, the one who eats all the time.
But is not fat, okay? They just like fat shame her the entire time. You can tell, this is how you can tell it's the 70s, because this would not be okay now. She's like maybe like a little bit chubbier than the other girls, but she's not fat. She's got like a rounder face, Like what's wrong with round faces,
Nothing.
Thank you.
It feels very psychedelic, very just dreamlike and hazy, and the transitions are very bright and over the top, and things are moving around, and all the bright colors. And
Yeah, everything is very over the top the whole time.
yeah. It feels like you just opened up like a magic costume trunk, and like all these colors and things kind of just
It almost felt like a
exploded.
Japanese version of like the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I thought the directing, he made a lot of interesting choices, but it was very weird and it was very engaging because it was just so unexpected.
You could tell that it was just them kind of just being silly throughout it, because
Yeah.
they show up and they're like, at this picturesque, scene, and it turns out it's literally just a picture they're standing in front of.
Mm-hmm.
Like walk past.
Now that was
What were we
her
talking
name
about?
was Prof because she
Because they all had nicknames. They're sweet. One of them's they're not named literally gorgeous. It's just they're like Japanese Spice Girls.
It felt like half an hour, the pacing.
45 minutes.
It was under an hour and a half, but it felt like 45 minutes, half an hour, because it's very fast-paced, and when
It
you
is.
do start to lose interest a little bit, something weird happens.
Yeah.
Well, they don't linger very long on
Yeah.
anything. It's like always immediately on to the next thing.
There's not a lot of jump scares for a
Except the bear.
horror comedy.
That wasn't even a jump scare. It was like
She laughed.
it was just like a picture of a bear.
That was so weird.
Well, it's a good movie to watch if you don't like scary movies, because you know something bad's gonna happen, because there's a really, really long build-up to it, and they have to show visually, whether it be some sort of light, that, brace yourself, we're gonna do something really out there and creepy and spooky. But then it's not too bad. 'Cause it's
Well,
the
why don't we
70s.
contrast it to High Tension, an actual scary movie?
Yeah.
That right from the start, before anything even happened, they're walking through a corn maze and you were like crying. They go through a cornfield and you were like ready to leave. You were done. But it starts with them. They're at school. They're having a good time. They're just doing their cute
Yeah, the
little
first
poses.
scene, Ashley's like, I can't watch this.
It's
I'm
like 20 minutes of them just being like, "Oh, we're best friends, yay!" And then they go off into the villa, and that isn't even that scary.
Well, especially with the Japanese films as well, they start off so light, and especially this one, it was insanely just comedic and fun. I thought
Because
that
it was a comedy.
but I'm so used to it taking a turn for just total 180 to the worst, slasher and just whole other genre, but it stayed funny throughout the whole time, which was
Because
so
it was a
unexpected.
comedy.
Yeah, but I thought that's how they were messing with us, Oh man.
Well, every single time it could have gotten scary, it was just even more comedic.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Building up to them going to the house, I was like, oh man, it's gonna be the worst. It's gonna be so gruesome and just horrible. And then it
What about
wasn't.
the watermelon man? They met the watermelon man right before, and he was just some joker with some watermelons. It wasn't anything scary or foreboding.
Yeah,
Well, except
it
that
was
he was
just
like, she hasn't had any visitors in a long time.
Yeah, because that's how you set. It's like, oh, I wonder. It's like, oh, Scooby Doo, I wonder what's going to be in that haunted house. Nobody's
I
been
mean-
there for a while.
man, this movie,
It was so fun.
Definitely a slumber party movie.
That's what we'll do next time.
Fingernails
Yeah.
and
We'll go over to my place. We'll have a bath and watch this.
face masks,
Eat watermelon.
Ugh.
baked potatoes.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the kind of movie that makes you hungry.
It does not.
Dude, so loud.
Yeah, it's definitely one that should be talked about more and just that everyone should be aware about. But it's just amazing how under the radar it is.
Well, it's really old and Japanese.
Well, I liked it, okay?
I liked it too.
It seemed like the actors had a lot of fun too. Like throughout the movie, like you could tell they were just genuinely like really happy and finding the joy in it. Everyone was at a 10 and it was very like theatrical.
Yeah, that was like the fun
Yeah.
マック本当にどこ行っちゃったんだろうな。そんなバカな。
I think I was taking the movie like more seriously than I should
I
have.
think you were.
Like if I rewatched it again, like
Well,
looking at it more
'cause you guys
as a
were,
During the credits, you were like,
because I was waiting for another weird jump scare thingy.
the one jump scare wasn't a jump scare. It was like a quick cut to
Oh my
like a bear.
Which is completely random.
Because I was like, oh, when I saw it, and then it was like, ah!
And that's the thing, it's so random and irrelevant. Like,
Yeah.
these things happen, which is what, you know, makes it
It's
fun.
like I got turned into a banana like 5 minutes later.
What the heck?
The lightest, easiest comedy to watch was
I-
almost like horrifying because of you just sitting next to me like, it's like this ball of anxiety just next to me, like trying to like infect me.
Aw.
You,
Well, it was like...
you screamed during it.
Well, that's the thing, like, we never know what we're in for when we watch these movies.
That's
like,
the point.
that's why I'm, like, freaking out. Like, I feel like if I let my guard down too much, then it's just gonna, like...
Through
do
the
something
entire thing,
crazy.
you never felt like you could let your guard down?
Wait. What the...
I can't sing it along.
I finished my wine.
So did I.
Alright, cheers
Cheers to that.